When I was a kid, my next door neighbors had a PlayStation. Every now and then I'd go over there and see them playing what looked like the world's most fun game. One time they were playing Katamari Damacy, another time it was Jak and Daxter, and another time it was this weird game that had Donald Duck and Goofy fighting a giant monster alien thingy, and hang on, they were in like a Disney-themed world with random Disney characters strewn all about. I'd never seen anything like it before. I didn't even know people were allowed to make something like that. Of course, this game was called Kingdom Hearts. I remember my friend explaining the lore to me of how you're this guy, Sora, wielding a Keyblade, and how he has to get like the hearts restored or something. And then Mickey Mouse, he's like a king, and Minnie is his queen, and I'm so sorry. I think I must be remembering this wrong. That sounded completely off base. Let me look it up real quick. I mean, this was like 15 years ago after all. What's that? That's true? This is the plot of Kingdom Hearts? The game totally blew my mind, needless to say. My friend even let me play a little bit, and dude, I was hooked. I didn't have a PlayStation, but I did have a GameCube, so I figured the game was probably available for it. It never came to GameCube? Are you kidding me? It's a Disney game. Nintendo and Disney feel like they should go together like chicken and waffles. How could this be? I never played this game as a kid. I begged and begged for a PlayStation, but I had a Nintendo. I didn't need a PlayStation. Well, a few months ago, my wife and I finally pulled the trigger and picked up a PS5, and dude, I love this thing. It's so much fun getting to play a ton of the game franchises that I've just never gotten to play my whole life. Paige has been playing through the God of War games. I beat Astrobot, Shadow Generations. I'm currently playing Persona 5. I just beat Guardians of the Galaxy, and I just started Horizon Zero Dawn, that's what it's called. We were in a GameStop during Black Friday looking for deals, and the deal in the store was buy 2 used games, get 1 for free, so we picked up a few games. One of these games was Kingdom Hearts. It was the bundle that came with 1 and 2, plus a bunch of other just random Kingdom Hearts games that I don't know anything about. I was so stoked. I could finally live out my childhood dream of playing Kingdom Hearts. I got home, I plugged in the disc, I booted up the game, all excited, and it sucks. The fucking game sucks. Okay, maybe I'm being unfair. I mean, the game came out nearly 23 years ago. I bet a chunk of you watching weren't even born yet. Games have evolved significantly since then. I get that. That doesn't really answer the problem of the gameplay being horrifically unfun to me. But as the title of the video suggests, I may be stupid. I feel like it shouldn't be as hard as it is, but there have already been quite a few times where I've gotten killed over and over and over again with absolutely no understanding building inside of me of what I am doing wrong. If I can be honest with you all for a moment, and Kingdom Hearts fans, please, dear God, don't kill me, I didn't get past Wonderland. Yes, Wonderland is where I gave up. That's like the second stage in the game. The first thing that happened was the fight against the cards where I had to break the tower to free Alice. I just could not win. I did get past it, but it wasn't easy. I was seriously hitting myself in the head saying, Jay, come on. This is a 20-year-old game made for children. I must be doing something wrong. I must be stupid. I looked it up because surely I'm missing something. There's some button that hasn't been taught to me that I need to press, or some hidden thing on the level that might give me a power boost. I don't know, something like that. Now the solution, it was to beat it. It was to re-strategize a little bit and simply beat it. Okay, I thought to myself, I must be stupid. I did the battle like 6 or 7 more times and I finally beat it. Now at this point, I was genuinely annoyed with the game. What you have to understand is that not only was the game way harder than I expected it to be, the gameplay itself is just not fun. The fighting mechanics are literally just button mashing. Yes, there is magic as well that you can use to like cast spells and shit, but I haven't found that to be particularly helpful. Other than that, there's one button to hit enemies that you spam over and over and over again, and that's it. I don't really feel like I'm doing anything when I'm playing this game. If the combat was at least fun, it would make up for it being tedious. Every single time you enter a room, you get utterly swarmed by the Heartless, who do a surprising amount of damage given how often they swarm you. And they are absolutely endless too. They do not stop respawning. I quickly realized I had to just stop fighting every single one of them and just start running away because they just kept coming, ma'am. I'm actually still not sure if they were or weren't like endlessly spawning, to be honest with you. They may have eventually stopped spawning, but you know, I was not going to stick around to find out. I don't care. Maybe I'm stupid. Maybe I'm an idiot. But I don't think spamming a button and running around a 3D world for 20 minutes, killing the same enemies over and over and over and over and over again is fun. Now, all that being said, there are plenty of games out there with great stories that suffer from poor gameplay and vice versa. The great games can achieve both, but most are really one or the other, or kind of a mix of both, you know? And you guys know my thoughts on Kingdom Hearts gameplay, but is the story any good? No, from what I've played of it so far, the story is fucking stupid. The world is nonsensical. Why is Mickey a king? That's so weird. Like, not even good weird. That feels almost antithetical to the character of Mickey Mouse. Donald and Goofy being knights is also ridiculous, but I buy it more than Mickey as a king residing over a kingdom. Does Mickey execute people? Does he instruct Goofy to carry out the king's justice and behead people? Does he get real Game of Thrones with this shit? Now, with all that being said, I know I'm clowning on it a bit, but I do find the story in the game, and I guess more so the story outside of the game, to be pretty interesting. Like the idea of Square Enix, correction, every single time I say Square Enix, pretend I'm saying Squaresoft. I found out after this that it was actually Squaresoft at the time, that they hadn't merged together and become Square Enix yet. Thank you, goodbye. Crossing over with Disney is so absurd, so ridiculous, that even though this game is nearing a quarter century old, I still kind of find it hard to believe that it even exists. Apparently, the story goes that Square Enix and Disney actually shared an office building, and one day an Enix employee pitched the idea to a Disney employee while they were in the elevator, and in an insane twist of fate, Disney actually went for it. That's just too cool of a story to ignore. It is also very cool seeing like a big traditional entertainment company like Disney crossing over with a new and at the time groundbreaking entertainment company. They both ultimately exist to fill the same niche, and that niche is just what people do in their free time, but obviously they express this in two completely different and unique ways. When I think Final Fantasy, I usually think dark and brooding, mature, maybe a little edgy. When I think Disney, I think safe, brand-friendly, made for kids, timeless. These companies, by all accounts, had no right crossing over with each other. It just didn't make a lick of sense. But they did it. They actually did it, the madmen. Was it stupid? Are they stupid? Well, Kingdom Hearts is remembered as a cult classic and is still getting new entries to this day. I wouldn't be surprised if it actually succeeded in what I feel like its underlying goal was, which was pretty much to make Final Fantasy but for children, give kids an introduction to JRPGs. Now, I think I'm really getting to the heart of it here. I did not play Kingdom Hearts as a kid. I always wanted to. I always thought it looked amazing, but it's just not a childhood experience for me. I think going back to Kingdom Hearts as an adult is like reading children's books as an adult. I'm probably gonna think they're garbage unless I grew up reading them, because kids are stupid, and that's not their fault. They're just new. A game where you mash one button is fun for them because they don't have decades of experience playing games. They're just impressed that pressing a button on the TV makes the guy do something. Pressing a button on the controller makes the guy on the TV do something, actually. Not that there's no buttons on the TVs anymore. And sure, there are games I played as a kid that I bet didn't age so well. I can't think of any right now, because I've always had great taste and I've only ever played 10 out of 10 masterpieces, but perhaps there were one or two not so good ones. Point is, I think I'd be singing a different tune on Kingdom Hearts right now had the fates dealt me a different hand in my early video game addiction. Has any of this actually answered the question posed in the title of this video? Am I stupid? Now, the answer to that question probably is that I am stupid, but if I'm stupid, then Disney is stupid. And Square Enix is stupid too. Perhaps, dear viewer, you are also stupid. Perhaps we are all stupid. And maybe, just maybe, that's okay. No, but Kingdom Hearts is definitely stupid and I'm not. Goodbye.